This is the fourth time I have recorded this video. The fourth time. Every time I make it, something is wrong. There's either the audio's off, the video's off, or I'm rewatching it and I'm like, oh my god, I sound stupid in this. So here's to hoping this is the last time, and if you're listening right now, then obviously it is. Today we're talking about war. The war between my alliance, Vanquish, and Wolverines. My alliance is rank 8, Wolverines is rank 7. Let's go ahead and check out their bio. Before we get started though, Wolverines and Vanquish have been at odds for quite a long time. This is nothing new. We've been warring each other on and off here for about 2, 3, 4 months. I know that's a lot of months, but it's been a long history with these guys. So they say currently at war with Vanquish, aka the Birds, which is a joke because obviously I'm on Bird and so are other members in this alliance. When the going gets tough, Vanquish declares on your sub 2. Sad and desperate. First thing I want to say, we reached out to them, and by we, I mean our leadership. Our leadership reached out to them numerous times trying to get a peace talk happening, right? They didn't respond. They didn't do anything. They didn't even come to us about peace. So what do you do when they're not going to respond to you? You take the next big step. If it takes us hitting their sub-alliance for them to actually talk to us, that's just how war is, you know? I don't think it's sad and desperate the way he frames it. And by he, I mean whoever's in charge. It could be a she. My apologies. I don't think it's as desperate as it's being made out to be. Moving forward, a little bit more history about Wolverines. About 2 months ago, as I said, we had a larger war with them. In fact, another alliance called The Corner, which was a Dynamis sub, Dynamis being the rank 1 alliance, joined Wolverines in attacking our alliance. After we started retaliating, what ended up happening was The Corner merged with Wolverines. Hence why Wolverines now has a lot more stronger players. I think before the merge, they were probably around rank 10, rank 9. In other words, they gained probably another 150, if not more, million might points out of it. The war was so bad in the past that their alliance even came forward, or not came forward, their alliance sent out a mass message telling them do not contact or be in contact with anyone at Vanquish, which I think is kind of crazy. That's how serious they were taking it. And at the end of the day, it's a video game, guys. Don't take this game too seriously. But I totally understand at the same time that you don't want people colluding or knowing when you're online and other information like that. So, like I said, our leadership and their leadership, they don't get along. This war, according to my leadership, was started because they were actually bullying an alliance called AET Lizabelle. I guess they had some disagreement about Beyond the Horizon, and this alliance got declared on. And as you can see, this is not a very strong alliance. Rank 36, they're only a fraction of Wolverine's might points. So, whether or not that's true, I don't know. That's just what I was told. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to spend that much time digging into their side, getting their story, because if they're not going to talk about peace and come to the table for peace talks, they're not going to talk to me, because I'm also not some altruistic person. I'm not that strong of a player. I don't hold some sort of political power to be able to dictate, come to me and I will be the decider of who is morally right between the Vanquish versus Wolverines war. It's not like that. It's a video game. I'm going to side with my alliance because that's what you should do. You should always side with your team. Moving forward, what we're going to do today is talk about some battle reports that we have. Like I said, I'm not too worried about their perception of this war, so I'm not reaching out to them asking for their battle reports. I'm sure they have battle reports ratioing us as well. I'm here to talk about my alliance and the amount of power that we've been putting out for this entire war. So let's jump into some battle reports and go over some of the awesome defenses and attacks that my team has been able to create. Let's talk about that. Alrighty, we're back. Now let's dive right into this. I'm not going to spend too long. Like I said, this is like the 5th time I have created this video. So I'm just going to highlight some important features. And by features, I mean highlight some cool attacks that have been posted. And then at the end, I'm going to give my final thoughts regarding war, regarding birding, and everything in between. Let's dive into it. Spicy Potato off the bat has some dope defenses. This is from Spicy Potato, but it's fishy. Some crazy ratios. Bugo lost 23,000 troops to a 6,000 troop attack. Kind of crazy ratio right there. Usually in a war, you expect a 1-to-1 ratio for attacks, meaning you lose as many attackers as they lose defenders. That's usually on par with a solid attack, because there's no real reason why, if you have especially 20,000 troops, if you have a 20,000 troop attack, I see no reason why you can't take out that many defense. Another solid defense, even less troops lost this time. And it just keeps going. Less than 10,000 troops for a 25,000 troop attack. These are solid. Some more, 24,000 for 7,000. I can keep reading out these numbers, but I'm just gonna, at this point, let you listen to the music, and I'm gonna highlight some of these awesome attacks, guys. So, I'll catch you in a couple of minutes. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna check in a few minutes. These are some crazy ratios. Look at this. You can assume that most of these are going to be attackers, but that's still an insane amount of troops to take out with only 17,000. Even if they are attackers, there's no excuse during a war why you should have this many troops stationed at your main castle if they're all attackers. Always bird. Go on a bird, or send your troops to a bird. If you're not going to be useful in a war, why have your troops? Quite literally, because our alliance is just going to take them. That's how it works. And that's how it works in the game regardless of if there's a war or not. People are going to see you have 100,000 attackers, and just decide, okay, this is easy, and then wipe you. Always keep that in mind, guys. If you don't want to get attacked, either bird your troops and always log on every 12 hours or so you can rebird them. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to ask of a browser game. Or just go under a bird. So we've got some snipes here as well. Keep going. As you can see, there's some solid hits in here. Okay, I don't know what that one was. Okay, these are just small ones. Here we go. More nice ratios going on. There's some insane ones coming up, though, so be sure you're still watching. Some more good defenses. Like I said, losing less than 1/4 of their troops in a defense, that's solid defending. Or it's poor attacking. Who's to know? I don't know what these actual attacks looked like. More good defenses from our team. More good attacks. That's what I meant to say. Another 95,000 hit by Sirius. 96,000. Just completely wiping away whatever troops there are. And look at that. Over 100,000 troops in a successful attack. 161,000, that's actually crazy. 161,000 in less than 8,000 lost. That means they were pretty much all attackers. And like I said, why have that many attackers? Insanity. Yep, there's that battle report. Here's another one. Heard a lot of people talk, that's a good attack, about how being under bird is a bad thing. I used to have that perception as well. I would always think that if I'm in a war and their entire alliance is going under bird, then it's just stupid and they're weak and they're being wimps. But I kind of changed my mind on that over time. I realized that this game is making it so overpowered for attackers and defenders. I mean, you can have crazy defense, you can have crazy attacks. So why not just be under bird if you don't want all of the progress you've built up to disappear? Look at that, 250,000 defenders lost. That is months of recruiting. So why not just bird? Why not just sit under a bird? And even at that other angle, I guess you can take, some people might complain and say, oh, they only have 5 solid attackers in their alliance doing all of the warring. Well, if the 5 attackers are getting battle reports with 160,000 losses on the enemy team over and over and over again, why do you need the whole alliance to be attacking? Why not just have the rest of the alliance birded so that your alliance can't get good ratios on them? To me, if there's 5 people willing to spend money and do all of the fighting for the rest of the alliance, that's noble, you know? They're carrying the team on their shoulders. It's not something to frown upon. And look at these crazy attacks here. Just 100,000 after 100,000 after 100,000 troop losses on Wolverine. Back to my main point though, you know, if 5 people are carrying the alliance, then 5 people are carrying the alliance. If you're getting ratioed and wiped, it is what it is. We've got some solid attacks and defenses going on here. Best Beast with a solid defense as well, continuously ratioing and losing way less troops than the attackers are attacking with. Solid stuff all around. Great defenses, great attacks, and this is only part of it. As I said, we did declare on their sub-alliance, and there's been some insane ratios attacking their sub-alliance, but that's not really the point of this video. I'm not diving into how many people were taking out on their sub-alliance. It's more so just the main war itself. Yeah, just absurd, insane amounts of troop casualties here. You either bird or you get wiped, and you spend the rest of your free-to-play days rebuilding and getting wiped and rebuilding and getting wiped. That's where I'm at mentally with this game, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Now, Wolverines is more than welcome to create their own video. First, okay, this is insane. This is a crazy hit. 217,000 troops gone in one attack. Yeah, but Wolverines can make their own video if they want going over battle reports, but it's not my job to be the mediator and do that for them. I'm not going to go around looking for battle reports to say, oh, they've taken this many troops, we've taken this many troops. It's not my job. My alliance has done an amazing job this war. I have heard peace talks are in the works, and wow, 14,000 troops to take out an entire castle. I've heard peace talks are in the works, so I imagine this war will be wrapped up here pretty soon, but I did want to show this off to everybody and put some respect on my alliance's name because, I mean, look at this attack that I'm looking at. Solid stuff happening over here, guys. Vanquish stock is going up right now. That's pretty much the end of it, actually. I think there's only a few more battle reports here to take a look at. And if you see yourself getting ratioed in this video, don't take it to heart. I have nothing against any of these players. Nothing against anyone. If you get wiped and you're embarrassed by it, then don't take the game too serious. Rebuild if you want, but this is also part of the reason why people quit so easily nowadays. Is because you lose 200,000 troops overnight because you forget to bird. Why are you going to want to play? It's so much work to get back. That just about wraps up all of the battle reports, though. There's way more, but they're not all in the Discord, so I hope you enjoyed this content. If you want me to dive into tactics and other strategies regarding war in a Goodgame Empire, let me know. I'd love to continue the series, and yeah, this kind of wraps up a little bit of the Vanquish side of things in this giant war against Wolverines. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts regarding this war, or the wars in your server, or if you see battle reports like this that often. Maybe you even are putting out battle reports like this that often. Cool stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.